Hi everyone, and welcome to Jackie Cat Adventures. Today we're going to be making eggplant parmesan, and I'm going to show you how to clean these really easy and get it going. So all I do is take a peeler and I just peel it all the way to the bottom. Now some people leave their skins on. If you like to leave your skins on, then leave them on. I feel that they get tough when you fry the actual eggplant, and I'm not real keen that the skin is kind of tough and waxy. And I also do not soak my eggplant before I make it. I never have, and mine's always come out fine, so why make an extra step when you don't need it? Okay, so let's just get this done. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to cut off this top, and we're just going to trim up the bottom a little bit because there's just that little nub there. And then we're going to cut these into 1/4 to 1/2 inch pieces. Let me just... Okay, so now I'm going to cut these into 1/4 to 1/2 inch. We'll see how it cuts. You want them to have a little bit of firmness to them because you actually want it to kind of be like meat tasting, like the thickness. So I like to do mine a little bit thicker than probably normal, but once you bread them and you fry them and then you put sauce on them and put them in the oven, if they were really thin, they would break down to nothing. Alright, so now we're going to bread them. So what you're going to do is you're going to start with flour, and in this flour I have salt and pepper. Add as much or as little as you want. I don't measure the flour and the dipping stuff. We can always add if we need to, or if we have leftover, we'll just throw it away. So what you're going to do is you're going to take your eggplant, you're going to put it in your flour, and then into your egg mixture. Now make sure the egg mixture is all over that flour. And then you're going to dip it into your breadcrumbs. Okay? And then what I like to do, and you can cut this step out if you'd like to, but what I like to do is I put my eggplant on a wax paper on a tray, and I'm going to lightly cover it with another piece of wax paper when it's done. And I'm going to put it in the refrigerator for about 1/2 hour to an hour. That gets the breadcrumbs to stick really tight to your whatever you're using it with. If you could do it right now, but you'll have a lot of stuff that falls off into your pan, and it won't be coated real well. So you decide what you want to do. It doesn't matter. Alright, so all these are breaded, and I'm going to put them in the refrigerator for about an hour. Alright, so I'm getting ready to fry up our eggplant. I have plain vegetable oil in here. You can use whatever oil you prefer. You could also use olive oil. Just watch the temperature, because olive oil tends to burn things quick. So I'm just going to get this heated up. And then what I like to do is fry them first and let them dry on the paper towel before we start assembling. Alright, so I'm going to show you how to tell if your oil is ready. Take a wooden spoon and put it in, and if you see bubbles coming up around it, see, it's starting to come up, see, that means you're ready to start frying. So I'm just going to place these gently into the oil. Now, I kind of got to play with this one. You don't want it on high because you want them to at least brown evenly. So we'll just let those brown a little bit. And then have your tray ready with paper towels so you can just put them right on, and you just do an assembly line, and it works really well. Alright, so I flipped these, And as you can see, it's just a nice golden brown, and that's what you're looking for. Make sure that you cook them long enough that they're crispy, because you are going to be layering sauce over the top, and that kind of makes them mushy a little bit. So give it a little bit of time with the crispiness, and it'll be really good. Alright, so we're just getting finished up with our eggplant. Few more seconds on those, and here I'll show you, they're nice and brown. That's how you want them. Alright, so now we're going to assemble our eggplant parmesan. So I'm just using one of these tins because they store really nicely. Use whatever kind of pasta sauce you'd like. I'm using my homemade sauce here. We will be making a video on how to make the sauce soon, because this is the last of my sauce. So we'll be doing that real soon. So just kind of coat the bottom of your pan, and then you're just going to lay in your eggplant, kind of overlap them a little bit. Just keep overlapping them like so. Doesn't have to be perfect. Just make sure you get some in the middle. Kind of like that. And then we'll just put a small one on there. Okay. Now you're going to put some more sauce on. You want this covered pretty well. Okay, now you're going to add your cheeses. I'll do a little bit of the green can, if you know what I mean. Just kind of spread that out on there. That's perfect. Now in here I have mozzarella, and I have, I think it's 5 cheese, Italian cheese, and it's all just pre-shredded. I just buy it that way, it's easier. Alright, so now we're going to do one more layer. So let's do more eggplant. And this time you don't need as much, because we got the bottom covered, so we're good. Let me get some more round ones if I can find them. I had really weird shaped eggplant this time. Okay. Just kind of stick pieces in wherever. One right there. Alright, now we're going to top it with sauce. Once we're done with this, we're going to put it in a preheated 350-degree oven for about maybe 45 minutes to an hour, just until everything's heated through and the cheese is melted. Now you can do this in like a 9x13 pan if you just want to make one big one. Whatever you want. You can even make this into a loaf pan, which works really, really well too. Alright, so now that I have all my sauce on there, I'm just going to do one more thing of cheese, and then it's done. It's ready for the oven. Alright, so here's our finished product. It took an hour. And now after they come out, let them sit about 10 minutes before you cut into them so all that juice goes back up into the eggplant and all that. So please like, share, comment, and subscribe. And remember, you do you.